He took everything from us, our games, our trust, our friendship. He thought he was so clever, hiding behind his lies and fake smiles. But when we mailed that letter, his entire world exploded. If you've ever been screwed over by someone who smiled while stabbing you in the back, this one's for you. Hey, revenge lovers! If you believe karma comes with a return address, hit that like button, subscribe for more emotionally satisfying stories, and tell us in the comments, what's the most savage revenge you've ever seen? Now, let me take you back to the 90s. I was 16, living in a small town where being a PC gamer was like being in an exclusive club. There was no Steam. No downloads. No high-speed internet. Just floppy disks, airmail packages, and a whole lot of trust. And that trust is what he destroyed. Me and my best friend had this sacred system. We'd buy expensive games from abroad, trade them with each other, and carefully copy the copy protection. Every disc was precious. Every buy meant hours of adventure. Monkey Island, Doom 2, The Settlers, these weren't just games, they were lifelines. Then came him. The new kid. Tall. Slick. Smug. Let's call him Kevin, because of course his name would be Kevin. Kevin had a secret weapon, an uncle who apparently owned more games than God. He flashed us his collection like it was gold. And to us? It was. We made a deal. Simple, fair. We'd lend him our original copies, he'd copy them, and trade us some of his. Win-win. Only, the wins were very one-sided. The first red flag? The floppy disks he gave us didn't work. Must have gotten corrupted, he shrugged. Then came the missing manuals. The copy protection codes that mysteriously disappeared. Soon, we had nothing, not a single working game. Meanwhile, Kevin had everything. And he didn't even try to hide it. Worse? He'd return our floppies scratched, torn, some barely readable. He mocked my love for Queen, saying things like, "You like that gay singer," while smirking in front of his friends. It wasn't just theft anymore. It was disrespect. Cruelty disguised as charm. Weeks passed. Then months. And finally, we'd had enough. But how do two broke teenagers in the 90s get revenge? Oh, we found a way. And it was glorious. The breaking point came during a school trip to an AIDS awareness event, a big thing back then, especially after Freddie Mercury's death. They handed out flyers, brochures, and condoms. Ironic, considering the school tried to pretend sex didn't exist. As we stuffed the flyers into our bags, an idea sparked. A dark, twisted, beautiful idea. You see, Kevin came from a very conservative Catholic household. His mother practically wore a rosary as a fashion accessory. His father was the kind of man who thought TV was corrupting youth. And Kevin? He constantly joked about being straight as a ruler. Anything that made him seem different would send his family into meltdown. So me and my friend crafted a masterpiece. We went home and fired up our inkjet printer, a prized possession back then. We copied the AIDS Foundation's logo perfectly. Then we typed out a letter that still makes me smile today. Dear Kevin, thank you for your letter. We understand it's difficult being open about being homosexual and you have many questions after the event you attended with your class. Please find enclosed a flyer which should answer many of your concerns, as well as some condoms. Please practice safe sex at all times. We signed it. Folded it. Added every flyer we had. Tucked in a few condoms. And mailed it. Not to Kevin. We knew his dad opened the mail. We didn't hear anything for days. Then Kevin disappeared from school. Rumors swirled. His mom had been crying hysterically in the office. His dad? Furious. Red-faced. Shouting. Kevin was grounded, indefinitely. His console? Confiscated. Computer? Gone. He wasn't even allowed to hang out after school. When he came back, his eyes darted everywhere. He looked smaller. Angrier. Paranoid. We played dumb. What happened, man? We'd ask. You okay? But Kevin wasn't dumb. Not completely. He knew someone had set him up. He just didn't know how far we'd gone, until we let it slip, just a little. Watching him squirm, wondering if we'd actually contacted the AIDS Foundation in his name. That was the cherry on top. Eventually, we confessed it was fake. The letter, the logo, everything. We weren't monsters, just two kids tired of being used. Of course, he told his parents. We got hauled into the principal's office. Big drama. Parents yelling. Principal lecturing. But even then? I could barely stop smiling. Looking back, I know we crossed a line. But you know what? So did he. He thought he could walk all over us, mock who we were, take what we loved, and just walk away clean. Sometimes, karma doesn't come quietly. Sometimes, it arrives in a letter. If that revenge gave you chills, smash that like button and hit subscribe for more deliciously savage stories. And tell us in the comments. What's the coldest revenge you've ever seen someone take? Until next time, keep your games close, and your enemies terrified.